What does it all mean for the market? Let's put that question to our guest who's here on set with us, the CEO of VanEck Funds, VanEck. We were debating last hour, did the bond market react to this or not? I mean, the 10 years at 421, is that because of this or stronger eco data? So how are you processing it all?
I mean, I do think, obviously, the Fed chair selection makes a big difference to the markets. Scott Bessent gave a talk, or did communications in Q4, that I think the market is really missing. And he wrote an article called Gain of Function Fed that basically said the Fed went nuts during COVID and stimulated for way too long. And he's given a very strong academic case. He quotes articles from MIT and the San Francisco Fed, like not his home base. And he's laid the intellectual groundwork for a much less interventionist Fed. So we're having a paradigm shift kind of regardless. He also said,
is that why yields are rising, or is that what should the impact of that be if it comes to pass?
Well, I think the administration would give itself an A for its performance last year on the fiscal and monetary front, because the 10-year, came from a peak of 4.8 down to 4.1, 4.2. So I think they're very happy. He, in fact, in that interview, he thought interest rates were normal, which means they're not going to go nuts and try to cut the short term, because I think they realize that they're graded on the 10-year or the 30-year. And that's where Japan's interest rates are really rising, and the UK is not looking great either. So the country's in trouble. It's the longer end.
How much, we talked about it a little bit yesterday with Howard Lutnick, Commerce Secretary. A lot of cabinet members on this week.
Indeed.
Like rocking and rolling. This dollar debasement trade that's been going on, the U.S. dollar's weakening, but also the yen is weakening, the euro has been strengthening. How much is this factoring into your thinking about how and where to invest?
Yeah, I don't feel strongly about the dollar this year. First of all, we don't really make currency calls. It's pretty hard.
But you have an ETF around semiconductors. Those companies are based in Asia largely.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of currency indirect exposure.
No, so what I was going to say is the U.S. economic growth looks like it's going to be really good this year, right? 2%, 3%, maybe 4%.
Lutnick said 5 yesterday.
Yeah, I know. The administration is talking 5 and 6. Anyway, that's a sort of side conversation.
Is that a no?
Well, is
that a 4.1 from the Bulgarian judge? Like you're not all in with the 5%, Jan?
So the Atlanta Fed does this, GDP nowcast, and suddenly it went up to like 5+% for the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was net export. So I'm like, I don't really know what that suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Like 2%.
So listen, so what I'm saying is if economic growth is good, that's not going to be super weak for the dollar. So I think, I don't see something strong magnetic pull for the dollar this year. But we love gold for like many, many years. And that's sort of the context and a little bit of every time the U.S. does something crazy that, the rest of the world's like, I just want more gold.
Do you get itchy at all from a trading point of view when you watch, when you feel like a genius? You go, it's nice, but is it also a sign that when we know that there are hedge fund participants in that trade across all the metals, do you ever harvest gains, or is it the kind of thing where you just say, this is now going to basically be the new floor for prices and you don't worry about it?
No, we literally do that. We have model portfolios that we manage for financial advisors and clients, and we have been selling gold over the last 6 months, basically, because it's such a big holding for us. And listen, it could go sideways for a year. But I just think in the context of where India and China are such a large part of the world, they are not dollar-based economies. And what else? I think it's gold. I think gold is the currency. And it's like 100 years ago.
Your rare earth ETF as well is flying this year. I mean, again, maybe that's not a great sign, but it's just a sign that the world is kind of fragmenting.
Yeah, I think that's so. I called nuclear nosebleed levels, 3 or 4 months ago. I think rare earths are kind of at nosebleed levels now. So.